Yeah, I'm Mike Jared Schachter. I am the Chief Bidet Officer at Running with Scissors. I've been with the company since December 2001. I guess my official title is VP of Business Development. I do everything from licensing deals, publishing deals. I handle the website, the social media. I ship all the orders. I do a lot. I don't want to pretend like I'm the lead designer, and the lead designer that did that left the company a long time ago. But the first game was sort of based on Robotron. It was sort of like an out-of-body experience, and the Postal dude's voice, it wasn't really his voice in the first game, it was a demon inside of his head, and it's sort of like left up to your interpretation about what's really happening. When they switched to Postal 2, it went first person, so they wanted to put you inside of his head, and I believe it's a very different game if you put it inside of his head and it's as fucked up as the first game was. But I mean, I think just attitudes inside the office changed a little bit over time, and they wanted just a little bit more humor. And while you can sort of look back at Postal 2 and say it's pretty slapsticky, it definitely has some of that uneasiness and horror elements to it, but not like Postal 1. I mean, I still get a lot of questions from people who only found out about Postal 1 recently, and they're like, what the fuck is this? Because clearly nothing we've made since approaches that level of psychotic nature. But yeah, just, the line I like to give is everybody in the office got laid. I don't know if that's really true, but it kind of makes more sense, When you make a game like this, you get a lot of pushback, right? Like a lot of people are like, that's fucked up. How could you do that? And we're like, well, we wouldn't do anything unless we allow you to do it to ourselves, right? So like, yeah, we make a game where you can piss on people and kick them and cut off their head and do all kinds of fucked up stuff, but it's also like, you can also do that to us. It's kind of how we are as a company, right? Like we trademarked the worst game ever. We put bad reviews on our box. Like, we like to piss on ourselves, and keeping yourself in the game is sort of doing that. And at the same time, right, you're making a game, why not? If you wanna have some fun, you do it. We like to have fun.
Whenever we run into your character, whenever we pee on your character, you start dancing. Whose idea was that?
Probably one of the guys in the back, we don't have it anymore. Obviously, Running with Scissors is a remote studio, but back in the day, it was like a big bullpen of developers, and then up front was me and Vince. And if you're not familiar, like business people and development people don't really mesh particularly well all the time. They're just like very different personalities, and we're sort of like, hurry up and finish, and they're like, fuck you, we're working on this. So there's just like a lot of back and forth. And so anytime they're putting people like us in it, they're kind of fucking with us, like making me dance when you pee on me, putting my office in the bathroom, all kinds of shit like that. So, and I don't care, right? Like, make fun of me all you want. It's all in good fun. So now it's a thing, and I get questions every single day about like, if I pee on you in real life, will you dance? And are you going to dance if I pee on you in Postal 2 Redux and shit like that? So yeah, I will not dance if you pee on me. I'll probably fight you, but in the game, no, it's a good time. I mean, at the end of the day, as a creator, you have to like accept the fact that there's going to be a percentage of the population that hates the shit that you do. Like, a lot of creators don't accept that, and they don't take criticism well, they don't take negative reviews well, they don't take hatred well. We definitely make a different type of product. Like, we know there is a large, not small, a large percentage of people that don't like what we do, and even if they don't know what we do, they don't like the concept of what we do. Like, there are a lot of people that don't think violent video games should even be available, and then when they see there's violent video games, they're like, okay, violent video games exist, and then they're like, oh, there's a game where you can use cats as silencers on the end of your gun, and you can dump gasoline on people and throw matches at them. And I'm like, that's really fucked up. So like, you just kind of gotta roll with it. Like I said, I wasn't here for Postal 1, but like, they were making this game, and they weren't actually like thinking about like, how can we piss off the government? How can we piss off the Postal Service? How can we piss off the media? It was just like, we're gonna make this fucked up game that we like to play, and that's kind of what we do. We just make shit we like to play, and it struck a nerve, and yeah, I mean, it caused some controversy, and I guess the controversy has given us a long life, but being taken in front of the Senate by Joseph Lieberman wasn't the best marketing campaign on earth. I mean, it actually ended up getting Panasonic to pull the plug on Postal 1, and they took it off the shelves, and then they paid us to go away. And unfortunately, that controversy just stayed with us forever, because when we were releasing Postal 2, we thought, this isn't a problem anymore. Like, violent video games are in the ether now. Everybody's got them. They're on PlayStation. Grand Theft Auto is huge. We will have no problem. And all we did was get fucking tossed aside again and banned in more countries again. And we're kind of this pet rock to the violent video game haters and countries that don't like this shit, and we're just like never ignored. Even though we're small enough to be ignored, they just won't ignore us. TikTok's a funny platform. I had no interest in it whatsoever, and I saw our other social media was sort of stagnating. You know, people are leaving Twitter, and Facebook is kind of dead. And I said to the guys, we need to make this. We need to make fucking TikTok. This is getting too big. And so we started making some real content for it. And by real content, I mean like cutting funny game videos, and nothing was really attaching. We're like, how the fuck do we grow this? And so I just started answering questions on TikTok.
We will not ever be doing a Postal 3 remake. That's not an option.
You know, even if you only have a couple thousand followers, they'll ask you questions in the comments. So I started making video responses to the questions, and like, that really fucking blew up.
This order is for Jakub Janesko in the Czech Republic. This order's for John Hill. He ordered a bunch of fucking dolls. This order's for Vic. She ordered literally my most favorite product, which is this body pillowcase of me. Postal 3. She said don't pee on the pillowcase. I mean, I told her I did in the note, but I definitely did not urinate on this precious cargo.
You know, I have definitely been recognized in public, like completely organically because of it, which is weird. I mean, like, over the years, if I wear a Running with Scissors shirt or a hat or something and somebody sees it, they'll like address it, but they don't really know it's me until I tell them, which is fine. I mean, like, we are not big by any means. We are big enough that we have a product that's been around for 27 years and we've sold millions of units on Steam, but like, game developers are not like front men in bands. You don't recognize the guy that created a 3D model in the store. You might meet him, but I guess that's mostly because game developers aren't sitting in front of a camera. That said, me and Vince are like kind of media whores since the beginning, right? Like, Vince used to do all the TV interviews when Postal 1 came out. There was a lot of camera crews in the office, but I don't know. It's just weird when people recognize you, and I'm not really used to it, so it's just weird.
They make you mad. Games are bad.
Do you have any advice to any aspiring game developers and creators who are just starting out?
Yeah, probably don't go spend $100,000 on game design school. Just start working on games. Like, the internet is a great tool. There are free tools galore. I mean, you can download Unreal and use it now. You can download Unity and use it now. Like, there is no barrier to using those things other than your abilities, and your abilities are free to grow. I mean, there's endless tutorials on YouTube and on the internet. Just find out how to use the tools and do that. If you want to draw 3D art, make 3D art. If you want to do 2D art, make 2D art. If you want to learn to program, start doing it. And join a mod team. Find an indie group that's just working on games and do that. Because some people need the structure. Some people need the classroom structure to learn this shit. Most people don't. And you're going to spend a lot of money and maybe not get any better at it than you would if you just did it in your free time. So if you want to get into game design, work on a fucking game.